Yo, let's talk about lies. I want to talk about the lies that you believe. So I would consider myself a dreamer. I would consider myself a person who can see the future and what I want to do in this world, and I can see a path to get there. But for some reason, I've never been able to secure the actual success that I've been wanting for years, for decades actually. And for years, I would blame the world. I would feel misunderstood. I would feel like nobody understands what's actually going on in my heart and in my head. And can't you see my talent? Why aren't you rewarding me? And through all this, I was depressed. I was mad. I was toxic. I was lashing out at everybody. I mean, like, even if I could keep it under the surface, once you got to know me, you would understand that there was something fundamentally broken about this person. I still didn't understand that I was getting in my own way and that it wasn't necessarily the world's fault. It was mine. And the fundamental thing that I came to realize is that I had been believing a lie. And it didn't seem like a lie. It seemed like a little nagging little voice in my head. It seemed like just an insecurity, something that maybe everybody has. But at a certain point, I stopped and I started listening to what I was telling myself. It was things like, you're not good enough, or you're an idiot, or nobody's ever gonna want you. I would believe things like, you gotta set your expectations a little lower. Don't aim so high. Who are you to believe you can do that? So then when the world gave me adversity, I had already been feeding myself all of this toxicity. So now I'm looking at the rest of the world as hostile against me too. You're just confirming all of the things that I already was afraid of. So now not only am I looking at the outside world as an impediment to my dreams, I'm also looking at myself as my biggest enemy. All off the strength of sometimes things that sound like they're right. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Do you have expertise in that area? Who's gonna listen to you? Nah, maybe you should just help me do my thing. And what these lies and the messages that assist these lies end up doing is they block all of the realistic things that you can do to fulfill your dreams. It's like you can actually be walking toward your destiny, and all you need to do is hit the gym every day, but somebody comes and makes you believe that you got to put a lock on the gym so you can't go in there. When you start to believe the lies, when you start to believe everything that they say to try to limit you, when you start to internalize all of these external things that are really based in fear, all of the enthusiasm that you have for a life or a world that's different and better that you've imagined maybe since you were a little kid, all of that enthusiasm starts to shrink and atrophy until it doesn't have any power in the real world. But the remedy for that, the lies that you tell yourself, the lies that you've heard all your life, the half-truths that people bring up, the way that they try to limit you, the remedy for all of that is changing your script. You don't have to get rid of the criticism. Criticism is warranted. Criticism is fuel. Criticism actually helps you, as long as that criticism serves as guardrails and not a wall. So look, one of the most powerful things I started doing is I started talking to myself. I started looking in the mirror and saying what I would want somebody to say to me, to myself. It might sound fucking corny. It might feel fucking stupid when you try it, but trust me, it works. Then what you can do is you can start to journal. So fill up a sheet of paper with, I am important. I am loved. People like being around me. I am an asset. I care about people. I'm a good dad. All of these things that are specific to you, but you need to see it. Say it to yourself and tell the truth. No person is totally past redemption. And I strongly believe that if you're the type of person who sees something better for the world, we can find some qualities in you that will negate all of the lies that you've been telling yourself for years. The crazy shit is, when the lies get into you, you'll begin to act them out in the real world. Then it just looks like insecurity and immaturity and toxicity and abuse. But those things are symptomatic that you have a cancer deep inside you that's only growing, that's fueled by the lies, the limitations, the half-truths. What do you want to do in this world? And how much of you is in your own way? How much of that is fueled by the lies? Look, I'm gonna say this every video I make. You're a leader, you're important, and we need you out here. There's something in you that we won't get otherwise. We won't get it with your flavor, your style. We won't get it with your perspective. You got to break out of that, man. You can't be out you can't be out here believing the same things you believed when you were 15. Would you allow your 15-year-old self to make decisions for your 32-year-old self? Your 6-year-old self to make decisions for your 25-year-old self? It's never too late to remake you. It's never too late to build the person that you need to be, to fulfill what it is that you need to do in this world, in your family, in your community, in this nation. Fuck them lies.